Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is Xander being brainwashed by Konstantin to shoot Harris? Rumors and spoilers for Days of Our Lives teasing Xander Cook might have been brainwashed by Konstantin Melionis to carry out his hit job. After Konstantin successfully used a tarot card on John Black to make him hold a gun to his head, it was an easy task to brainwash Xander to kill Harris Michaels. A voice in disguise called Xander inexplicably and offered him a hit job. Despite the fact that Xander hasn't been a hitman in years, the caller was aware of his past. He was likewise unaware of his past as a hitman in Greece when he and Sarah Horton had dinner with Maggie Kyriakis. Xander was perplexed by the cryptic remark that he had supposedly worked for Konstantin's father. After all, it would have made the man far too elderly for Xander to have employed. Although Stefan Demera denied having phoned, Xander went looking for him. Another questionable element was E.J. Demera, but he was also eliminated, leaving Konstantin. For what reason is Harris Michaels? One would wonder why Konstantin would want Harris removed. The answer is straightforward. Harris has knowledge from his time spent in Greece and his previous programming by Megan Demera. Harris had lived in Victor Kyriakis' childhood house and is well versed in Bo Brady's background, all of which could be detrimental to Konstantin's plans. Although Harris was deprogrammed, he might have known about Victor even if Megan had told Konstantin about him. Victor was not someone Konstantin knew as a boy. For whatever reason, Harris is seen by Konstantin as a threat, one threat eliminated, then two more in the form of Steve Johnson and John. Once Konstantin has successfully trained the pawn to work for him, John won't be an issue for Xander to pursue Steve. Xander Cook is undoubtedly the one who shoots Harris Michaels. In a back alley, Harris is clearly shot by Xander, but the key question is, why? Xander was extremely intimidated by Konstantin throughout dinner, but he was also doing a great job running the Spectator and had no interest in returning to the world of hitmen and mobsters. When Konstantin mentioned that Xander was employed by Konstantin's father, even Maggie Kyriakis gave him a strange look. It's likely that they will run into each other again by the time Xander grabs a revolver and a ski mask and chases Harris into the alley. Konstantin will be equipped with the Pagoda Tarot card and adept at using it to turn Xander into a hit guy this time. Alex is prepared to drop to one knee. According to teasers for Days of Our Lives, Alex is a lovesick man who doesn't know what to do with Teresa. Alex Kyriakis has always considered himself to be a bit of a playboy and has never been able to settle down with a partner. He had a wandering gaze and believed he needed to use deceit to maintain Stephanie Johnson even when they were together. Alex moved easily from one lady to the next and had no idea what commitment meant. However, Alex stumbles and falls hard. He now knows, after a session with Marlena Evans, that he is in love with Teresa Donovan, an emotion he has never experienced before. It's unusual but lovely that he feels so unselfish in wanting to protect her. Brady Black was wondering if Alex wanted to marry Teresa because Alex has been asking him a lot of questions lately about her. Naturally, Alex denied it, but we are aware that he was lying. According to current spoilers, Alex finds that he truly does want to marry Teresa after taking Brady's advice to heart. In order to accomplish this, he purchases a ring, but Teresa is expected to find it before he can present it to her. It goes without saying that Teresa becomes terrified since she knows Alex would reconsider as soon as he finds out about her falsehoods. Because of a prank she started, Teresa has been able to keep a significant secret from Alex. Teresa and Konstantin deceived everyone into thinking that Alex was actually Xander Cook and not the long-lost son of Victor Kyriakis. Everyone's life was turned upside down by this falsehood, but notably Alex and Justin Kyriakis. Because Justin is Alex's father and not Victor, Justin was the only father he has ever known. Teresa is aware that eventually Alex must discover the truth, but she also knows that when she does, she will lose him. Will Teresa be persuaded that the truth is the only option after seeing the engagement diamond that Alex purchased? Teresa might be a better source than someone else, but that will require bravery, which Teresa may lack. Watch Days of Our Lives new episodes every weekday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Peacock to discover how this tale unfolds. The air date for Horton House Blaze, Clyde's vengeful message, has been revealed. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Chad DiMera might soon come to the conclusion that it was a mistake to antagonize Clyde Weston. On the February 6th episode, Clyde was already having a bad day because of the news of the narcotics bust at the warehouse. That raid resulted in numerous arrests, the death of one drug dealer, and significant losses for Clyde in terms of lost merchandise. The taunting from Chad and Everett Lynch was definitely not what Clyde was in the mood for, and he didn't like their threats to kill him. But in that conversation, Clyde made some threats of his own and made it plain that he could target the people that Chad and Everett care about. Though Clyde's remarks were dismissed by Everett, Clyde has demonstrated that he is more than prepared to carry out whatever threats he makes. We cannot overlook the timing of the impending Horton House fire in light of all of that. Thanks to previews from Days, we finally know when we can expect that fire to air on February 12th. Naturally, that implies that as part of this week's major Days cliffhanger, the fire will start in the February 9th episode. Along with Thomas DiMera, Charlotte DiMera, Doug Williams, Bill Hayes, and Julie Williams, Chad will ultimately find himself in severe peril. Will the Horton house catch fire because of Clyde's actions? After Days gives this spicy, smoky touch, Chad will definitely have to suspect that. Fans of DOL will anticipate Chad updating Everett on events that evening following the incident. Chad will most likely then admit that he believes Clyde gave the stern instruction. Fortunately, Doug, Julie, and Chad will all make it to safety, so once the house is too damaged to occupy, watch for them all to remain with Maggie Kyriakis. Keep checking back because teasers for Days of Our Lives indicate that the Horton residence will need extensive renovations and rebuilding. Ava arranges a meeting with a cloak and dagger. Spoilers for Wednesday, February 7th's episode of Days of Our Lives hint that Ava and Harris will meet in private and talk about drugs and drug raids. What other topics will they discuss? When Ava and Harris were last together, he and Rafe asked Ava and Stefan what the relationship was between the bistro and the drug problem. Ava and Harris remind you that while they were alone, that's when Harris tried to kiss her before Ava departed. She then gave him a slap and warned him not to approach her again. And with that, she buffed her way out of the station. Things appeared a little murky at the time, as like Ava and Harris were privy to something that no one else was. The two are now meeting up covertly and going cloak and dagger. What topics will the two discuss? The contaminated medications are one thing. Will they or won't they relationship between them and whatever had happened in the station prior to their parting? If anything actually did happen, that is. The issue of Ava and Stefan's recent hookup also exists. Yes, there's a lot to talk about between these two. But Ava might want to ignore the fact that her made-up relationship just became a lot more genuine. Speaking of drugs and Stefan, the stocked-up DiMera is teasing his bothersome half-brother EJ as Ava has a discreet rendezvous with Harris. The two aren't particularly close, of course. Actually, they never give up trying to outdo each other. Thus, it comes as no surprise when Stefan gets messed up by EJ, aka Salem's district attorney, after the most recent narcotics raid. Guys, act like adults. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.